If you had $1,000 right now, there's a good chance you'd invest in the absolute wrong thing. And it's not your fault. No one told you how to think about money in different stages. Most people just jump straight to the stocks or the crypto or the real estate because that's where all the fun, sexy stuff happens, right? But the truth is, what you do with your first $1,000 depends on where you are in your personal finance journey. So in this video, I'm breaking it down to the 4 stages of money and exactly what I would do with my $1,000 in each of them. So let's just jump right into the first stage, awareness, and understanding where your current situation before you even start investing anything. So the first thing I would be doing is getting clear on 4 different numbers. What's my income? What are my expenses? What are my debts? And what are my savings? If you don't know these, I don't know if you're ready to invest yet, and that's okay, but it just means that you'd be guessing. Because most people skip this because it's comfortable and it's not fun and it's building a foundation, right? If you think about building a building, if you think about that, everyone loves the idea of, the penthouse suite. Everyone goes up to the top of a building to take pictures. No one's taking a picture of the foundation of a building. It's so boring and it's just like there, right? It's not doing anything for anyone. But this is what changes everything. And this is how you find your gap. And what I mean by gap is your income minus your expenses, your surplus of what you actually have to work with so that you can put it towards assets, wealth generating activities, or reduce your liabilities like your debt or something like that so that you can continue growing your net worth. Because sometimes the easiest way to grow a net worth is to subtract our liabilities. If your gap is 0 or negative, investing $1,000 will literally not fix your problem at all. This is also where you identify, are you overspending? Are you under earning? Are you drowning in debt? If you don't know where your money is going, investing won't save you. It'll likely make the problem a lot worse. Stage 2, this is action step. I love action takers. I love working with action takers in their personal finances. Now we actually get to deploy the money that we have, but strategically, right? So this is about making our first smart move with the $1,000. So option 1, if you have high interest debt, that is your best investment to pay it off, right? Not the crypto stuff, not some, stock that you probably don't know much about. The interest rate math I want you guys to go through is this. If you have a high interest debt, let's say it's 20%, and let's say the return you're thinking about putting money into an index fund, which historically has given 10 to 12%. We'll say 10% to make the math easier. You focusing on the index fund is literally half as valuable as getting rid of your 20% debt, right? Because if you have 20% interest on debt and 10% interest growing your money positively in the index fund, it's a 10% difference. So unless your returns are going to be higher than your debt, I would really just truly focus on paying off the debt. And if you're not sure what that looks like, I would just plug that into a debt payment calculator. I have one for my community members. That's really helpful, but basically just enter all of your stuff and it spits out, here's your debt-free date, here's all the interest that you would be paying, and then you can play around with, okay, well, if I add an extra $200 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, how would these numbers change? And the significant amount of dollars and time that you save just by adding a little extra is humongous, and that's why this process is so big. So it's really just like the most guaranteed return of paying off your debt. Investing is never guaranteed. It's actually, there's of course risk with all of that. Paying off your debt is just not risky. So option 2, if you're stable, but you feel stuck, I would invest in skills that increase your income. So what can you sell? What can you create? What skills can you that you have that people would pay for? Or what is something that you can just start doing to start making extra money, like mow a lawn? Right? You probably don't need a skill for it. You just probably need a lawnmower if you have one, but anything that gets you paid more. If you spend $1,000 and then increase your income by $10,000 a year, for example, that will be any stock return. Option 3, if you're financially stable, then you can look at the index funds example, all the retirement accounts, but most people just jump right to that because they ignore they think the higher ROI is in the investing piece, but the higher ROI is getting rid of certain liabilities and stuff that's getting in your way. So if you are an action taker and you want to start taking action in your personal finances and start making moves, gaining momentum, I'd love if you were wanting to check out the 6-week 1K Money Challenge, where I'm going to help you find and unlock $1,000 or more that's hiding in your finances. It's there, guys. It's hiding. I'm going to go through the same process that helped me pay off $43,000 of debt and turn that into multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars in net worth. And if that sounds interesting, there's a video below this video with more information if you want to check that out. Stage 3 is accountability. So the goal here is to make sure that the $1,000 actually changes your behavior. And this is where most people fail. They will say invest once and then go right back to the bad habits, or they will have a great month and then not do it again, or, get cocky, right? And I call it the seesaw, where you're going up and down, up and down, up and down. But if you were to look at it on a long enough time horizon, it's just like a flat line. Some months are great, some months are bad, some months are great, and it just kind of keeps happening. So what I would do is I would track my money weekly. Yeah, weekly. Could take, 10 minutes. Especially with AI, like you could just throw your transactions into AI. It would organize it for you. It would be super, super fast. I would set a clear goal for the $1,000. So it's like, okay, I would want to pay off this amount of debt, or I'd want to increase my income by this amount of money, or I'd want to invest these dollar amounts per month, aligning my spending to my goals. So where have I been spending my money? Where would I like to be spending my money? And then figuring out how we can transition the inefficiencies of where I have been spending to moving it towards things that I care about the most. And I call these your North Star goals. So these could be life goals, financial goals, or non-negotiables. And this really cuts out the emotional noise or the convenience factor, right? That just doesn't exist. So ask yourself constantly, is this moving me forward or is it keeping me stuck? And you can do this with every one of your expense categories or any piece of your personal finances. Just evaluate it like good, bad, or indifferent, right? Something like utilities, it's like, well, this definitely isn't helping me move forward, but like I kind of like Wi-Fi, and right? So it's like, okay, so you have to make, there's like good, medium, bad. So we want to remove the bad inputs. So for example, people in your circle who normalize being broke or who always complain about it but never take any actions on it. Content around making you guys spend more money, or just like you're being like, I don't want to say you're being tricked into it, but like I think like TikTok Live, like people go on those knowing that they're probably going to buy something even though that they know that they shouldn't, right? And then $17 adds up, $87 adds up, $42, it all adds up. So your results won't change unless your habits do, and that's just true with kind of anything in life in my personal opinion. Stage 4 in the 4 stages of money. This is the fun, sexy part, guys. Acceleration. We're going to turn that $1,000 into momentum. So now we want to build speed. We want to increase our income. We got the side jobs, better job, a promotion. We're going to monetize a skill. We're going to get people to pay us money for something. We want to build the system. This is step 2 of this stage. We want to build up the emergency fund. First priority, because the most important thing to do before going forward is we got to set our base so that we don't go backwards. Once we have a base, we can be a little more risky and start investing consistently. Ideally, we're paying ourselves first. We get paid, boom, it goes into wealth generating activities. And step 3, we really start investing into those accounts, index funds, retirement accounts, just a simple, repeatable strategy, automated every single month so we don't have to think about it. It's just off our plate. Move the $200,000, the $500,000 a month towards the thing that matters to us the most. And the goal is not to turn the $1,000 and become a millionaire overnight, because if that was the goal, there's not many people that would probably successfully do that. The $1,000, guys, the idea shouldn't be that it's going to change your life, but the system you build with it might. Like it genuinely might change your life. So if you follow this correctly, that's just the first $1,000, and it's just the turning point. And most people completely waste it, unfortunately. So let me know down in the comments, what would you invest in, or how would you invest $1,000 if you had $1,000? And I want you to be honest. And if you feel like you don't have $1,000, or you want to find your next $1,000 way faster than you ever have before, make sure to check out this video here where I'm going to talk about how you can join the 6-week 1K Money Challenge to find that $1,000 hiding in your finances starting today. I'll see you in the next one.